Edition LLC with our Imperial gunmetal crystal edge technology screens and our new website coming soon, which is our FLE BP. I keep saying BP, BT. Well, I think that's stuck on my vocabulary. I don't know why I keep saying that. So this is my desk coated with the FLE technology or Alpha CINEMAX technology. And our projector we have over top, which is, I think is a Maxonic or Maxonic. I gotta learn to pronounce it right. But anyway, that's the projector I'm using in my demonstrations for right now. And I think it's a fantastic projector because, again, it's portable, battery powered, but we're running there through our USB cell phone adapter. You get 2 hours out of your battery life on this thing. There's mine right there. I had to go look mine up. They make several versions of these. 50 lumens. Mine's the PP71. And on our technology, our projector has 854 by 480. It is a LED and DLP light source projector. Also 250 lumens, as you can see. And it has 1000 to 1 contrast, which again, we don't need because our desk is black, or we have black technology. Now I showed you several demonstrations on the desk. We showed you black fabrics and films and black paint, which doesn't match our desk in any way whatsoever. We also showed you what would happen if we coated the entire desk gray with gray paint. It wouldn't have gone well. We wouldn't be able to pick up anything at all. And also too, what would happen if the desk was white. So without our technology, the projector that we have over there, or right here, I'm going to show you my projector, right here, won't work. Doesn't work at all. It will not display to the desk without our technology. And this right here is my giant desk right here. That is a projection screen slash desk. So do some demonstrations on my giant table here. And I've done table demonstrations much bigger than this. I've actually built a couple of retro gaming setups using tables. So this tabletop right here, as I said, used to be over there on the wall, and it was an old piece of wood that was leaned against the garage for at least about 6 or 7 months. It's been sitting out there, and I decided to pick it up, bring it in here, wipe it down. I'll put the link on the video when we paint the screen in, and turned it into our projection screen table. Where first it was on the wall first, and then I put it on the table. So this is actually attached to one of those work tables that you get over at Home Depot or at Lowe's for like 50 bucks, and it's bolted down to the table. I decided to bolt it down instead of screwing it because I decided to upgrade my office, which I'm pretty much thinking about doing probably in the middle of summer. I'm going to upgrade to a bigger office. I'm going to, I want to take this table with me. I like it. All right, so let's go to YouTube. YouTube. Got some tropical fish playing. Make sure we got our volume up a little bit here. There we go. So what makes the desk screen so interesting is the fact that you can't use ambient light controlled environment on a desk screen. The reason why is because this is going to be a work desk. I have to be in a fully lit environment because I do need to see what I'm reading and writing at the end of the day. If I'm writing any documents or anything, I need to be to see all that. I can't be in an ambient light controlled environment with desk. Really, you're going to have it on for something for display, but again, if you're basically advertising a table with a screen on it, I don't think you want that in a dark environment. This thing can sit in an office setting, just about anywhere we're going to have it at, and produce with no problem whatsoever. And like a fantastic thing about it is I can sit here and I can work on my computer and watch TV at the same time. Let's look at some beautiful fish in the background. Now, as I told you before, just about everything that you watch has contrast in it. Everything. So with that being said, if you have gray screens or white screens, you're not going to be able to pick up on any of that at all, period. Your screen's going to wash out. It's going to have a very hard time picking up. We wouldn't be able to use it for the projector desk. I'm going to do one where I'm going to cut a peekaboo window, drop in a sheet of plexiglass, and basically do a rear projection screen, because we have a projector around here that allows us to be connected to the side of the table and project the image upward from under the table. So I'm going to be building one of those. I might do that at the office, the new office. So I can sit here, watch my fish, and do some updating on the website, which I'm doing right now. So I'm updating on the other website, and check out my fish. Now you see how light the table is? See all the light that's making contact with the table? I got a high-powered fluorescent light for garage use that's over top my head, and it's making contact with the table. That's why we have all this light on the table. Yeah, it's pretty bright in here. So what I want to do with this monitor over here, I'm going to get another Fire Stick for that, so I can mimic whatever is on the table on that little screen over there.
Pure Leaf is crafted in a variety of flavors that'll make you say, ah, enjoy juicy peach.
Right, so let's watch that. Let me get my updates here done. We're going to update all the intro pages, have to be updated because I need to design them so they come on a lot faster. They're not supposed to show the page at all. They're supposed to show the intro and then show the page. So I just figured out how to fix that. Let me see. All right, so delay is supposed to be none. Supposed to be no delay. That's where I messed up at. Because I'm trying to figure out, like, why is this thing showing me, like, it's not supposed to show me what the page looks like. It's supposed to show me the intro. Then it's supposed to show me the page. The intro is popping up and showing the parts of the page, which it's not supposed to do. So I just figured out how to fix that. I think this is the only place we have an intro at, right? Pretty sure. Let me go publish this real quick. Beautiful birds, 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, I've had this discussion so many times in the last couple of days, ever since we started showing off the desk, projector desk. And yes, we call it OLED like. You know why? Because it has an infinity contrast. Any product can be OLED like at the end of the day. You just have to be able to produce an infinity contrast level. But again, it goes farther than that because you're still going to have to do a ton of testing. White levels require a ton of testing. A lot. So if that screen came out too dark, that 50 lumen pico projector would have a really difficult time trying to pick up off that table. That's why we do the black versus black demonstration, to show you what would happen. If I did paint the desk with all black paint and not our technology, that's what would happen. It'd come up dirty. Or if I painted this whole entire desk gray, yeah, it wouldn't work at all. It wouldn't register. Well, let's do something really cool. Let me see. Um, Trying to think of something pretty cool. We do tabletops all the time. I think something cool for tabletops. Let's see. Visual music effects.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, shit, forget we're not on.
Learn more about sensible solutions for the American economy at prosperityispossible.com.
Shop new clearance options online or visit your local Floor & Decor. These deals won't last long.
Since we have the projector sitting up this way, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to get a stand, put it there, coat it with the black technology, and hook up the projector mapping applications, which means we can projector map anything to the desk. Of course, I got to figure out where the camera is going to sit at, because the camera has to sit there to be to scan that spot. That's the other part I got to figure out. Where's the camera going to go at? One of the demonstrations we will be doing on a projector desk is we're going to be doing, I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I don't want the scan to be over top. I would rather have the scan underneath the desk being done. So we cut the entire desk out, or we make the entire desk out of plexiglass and basically coat it with that invisible technology. But then you're still going to need to peek. No. We literally could build it. We can actually get a glass desk and do it that way. And that way we can put the ultra short though under the desk, attach it to the desk, and then we can basically run a projector map right through it. We can make the keyboard, everything, all virtual. That would be sick. Virtual keyboard. Nice. See all those bright colors popping up? That's extremely important. So you need two things to do that. You're going to need contrast and you need extremely high white level to pull that. The white level plays a huge part in black technology. This keeps your color balance. Same technology we have here, we can put it right to a ceiling. It'll react the same way. You can have all your lights on. It won't wash out or none of that at all, period. And you look at the resolution on the thing is poor. Look how sharp the image is. That's what black technology does. All right, let me come out of here and go to my site. I'm trying to figure out exactly where else do I have this intro at. All right, that's perfect. But did I do one for the... Wait. That's still showing there. It's not there 1 second delay, right? Yeah. All right, that'll work. I'll take that. White screensaver visual effects.
Getting that from YouTube. Your future starts now at WGU. For over 25 years, WGU has been helping people take their next step. Earn a respected degree from the nation's largest online accredited university. Start with a $2,500 New Year scholarship. Learn more at wgu.edu.
Before planning the wedding,
your bad hit was really...
Now, I had this topic a couple of days ago about which is better for black and white movies. Of course, it'd be black technology. Because people think, well, white screen would be fantastic for black and white movies, but again, no contrast. You can't read contrast. You can't read the 100% contrast level, which is going to be needed. Black and white movies. So, black and white movies, when they produced on the screen, they were producing on white screens or silver screens, and they weren't seeing a 100% contrast level. They were actually reading a shade of gray, because the white screen can't register a contrast level. I like old movies. What are you doing? I swear, I think this thing has a mind of its own sometimes. I really do. I like these movies. These are real movies. Without all the special effects and stuff. The special effects sometimes it's just a little too much. You really can't appreciate movies unless you go back to the beginning, especially if you go back to the silent era. That's why I wonder, people who make these products at the end of the day, do you really go back and research the history on projectors and old silent movies and stuff like that? Do you even watch any of those movies at all? Do anything about Mickey Rooney and you got way before we had Mickey Rooney and you had Casablanca and all those different movies. Quicksand's actually a pretty good one with Mickey Rooney in it. Do you even watch any of those movies? I don't think you do. I think you're so embedded in the high-tech stuff, man. You don't realize this is where the technology started from. Without this basic foundation, we wouldn't have what we have now. This is all reel to reel. I remember having reel to reel when I was a kid. In the classroom. If you can't find this entertaining as a person who develops this technology to begin with, you don't understand anything at all. This is the base of it all. So yeah, for black and white movies, your screen should be black. Well, our technology, because we can maintain a high white level. Look at these doors. Those are solid oak doors. Yeah, try running through one of them and see what happens. I see people when they try to run through doors and stuff. That's a solid oak door. Them doors were heavy as I don't know what. This is amazing. Look at this right here. These are actually gas fueled lights right there. We used to have a house that had piping all through the walls. They couldn't actually at the time we couldn't figure out what it was, but it was basically for gas. Man, look at this. You have to appreciate the environment. These apartments were huge. These are old houses. Thought they would hold a letter for long enough for you to read it. I miss movies like this.
tips of my vocals. Oh, well, don't get panicky.
Look at the hairstyles.
The room's ready. Just be out by 3. Awful hot, ain't it?
It's about 1930s. It was about 1930s. Uh-oh. It's going to disappear. Invisible ink. Remember Tom and Jerry, the invisible ink? Oh, man. I remember having typewriters like that. Ding, ding. And she rewrote it.
And I brought Mr. Hill's registry cards. Right. He's new here. Have I met him? No, Mr. Barton. He left town immediately after taking office.
Yeah, about 1930s.
Nice manager. It's nice having you here.
Well, it's nice being here.
Will you be with us long?
Well, that depends on my uncle's return.
Oh, then you won't be here to meet him.
No, I expect to leave before he gets back.
Boy, take the lady to Mr. Hayes. Yes. I may say so, sir. This is a bit irregular to have a niece. Nonsense. I've known some gentlemen who even have sisters.
You won't see that anymore. Guy picks up your luggage, the way they're dressed. Look at that. Outfits were sharp. Notice the difference? Everybody wore nice suits. They were dressed real nicely. And everybody was splattered with tattoos and piercings and all that stuff now. Yeah. A rotary phone right there. A radiator system right there. Radiator. That was an office. That's huge. Man. Yeah. Different time. I'll tell you one thing. We had this topic before. Black people can't use time machines. Literally, we can't. There's no way in the world you can go back to that time. That's virtually impossible. Not for us. It wouldn't be. It's not. Wouldn't be good for us. But yeah, we can't use time machines. Pretty much, probably in the future, that's pretty much where we go. I'd say 1960s a no go. 1970s definitely a no go. 1980s, not too bad. I was in the 80s, not too bad at all in the 80s. So far from there, not too bad. So I would say 80s and up, pretty much time travel would be perfect for us. Anything underneath that, yeah, we're screwed. Excuse my French, but that's what we are. There's virtually no way in the world. Yeah, I want to go back to the 1800s of being an African American. Yeah, right. That's not going to work well. I remember, I don't know what movie, no, it was a TV show. I forgot it was. The guy, some kind of brainiac. They're both smart. And the guy figured out how to make a time machine by accident. He made a time machine by accident. And he was able to travel back in time. I guess in the more of the George Washington era. And his friend was African American. He says, hey, look, I made this time machine. I went back in time. He had to bring back relics to show him that this actually did happen. The guy was like, what the freak? So he said, man, I can't go back to that time. I'm African American. You know what they did to African Americans at that time? I can't go back there. You can't go back. It's virtually impossible. Yeah, a couple races can't use time machines. Indians can't use them either. They can't go back to a certain era. And they can't go either. I guess there's a few people who can't use it, but we definitely can't use them. And it won't work for us. It shows you how messed up history is. Oh, that furniture is worth money. I'll tell you what, something else too is funny about history too. You know, if you're a poor man and you had a Model T Ford, the one that you had to crank up, that car is worth a lot of money today. You would be a millionaire with that car. Even a millionaire. You of course about a millionaire with that car. That car is a very, very interesting car. But at the time when you were poor and you had that vehicle, you probably had the lowest model on the block, but still consider the fact now that lowest model is worth quite a lot of money today. So it's like, even if you were poor and you lived in that era, you were still technically, you were rich, but you just didn't know it. You had to live long enough in order to see your stuff worth money. Everything you had was worth money. Everything. Think about the clay pots that they had back in the Roman era. You know, that, cause some of those pots back then, the pots now, back then, even the coins were worth tons of money today. But a poor man would have that back then. It wasn't worth anything at all. Nothing. And now today, it's worth millions and millions of dollars. Isn't that interesting? How things depreciate in time. I was about 19, let me see. Oh man, look at the intro on this. Universal Pictures. Hollywood. Everybody wanted to be a movie star. Los Angeles. It's a little bit more newer. Good with the camera angles.
Where's my white scarf? Not here. Why don't you keep my things where I can find them? See who that
Wow.
is. He is the father.
My mother was born in the 1930s era. That has to be incredible to, well, I guess from that era to see all that, what came up, TVs and radios and all that stuff to what we have now. I mean, yeah, people don't think we're living in the future. We are living in the future. This is the future. If you go back and you look at YouTube videos where people describe what the year 2000 was going to be like. I mean, no, we don't have flying cars and all that stuff. Of course, with that drone technology, we ain't going to be far from it, to tell you the truth. But if you look at what we have now, I mean, look at Bell Atlantic. If you look at the old documentaries on Bell Atlantic, on basically, when they first started getting telephone communication systems, and they were just for cities only. It was unheard of to have a phone in your home. It was a dream. And it's a shame because that woman came in, she wanted to talk to her son over in Chicago, and she couldn't do it. It was in San Francisco, couldn't do it because phones weren't available in the home yet. And the guy said, one day we're going to have that technology, and here we are. We have these devices. not only a telephone system, but a built-in computer in your phone. If you went back to this era and told them about this technology we have now, they thought you lost your mind. This is what I find fascinating about the old movies. How to use Bell Atlantic rotary phones.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let me see if they have the black and white tutorial. 1950 dialing tips on how to use a rotary dial phone. This is the stuff I can watch all day.
Hello, everyone. I'm from your telephone company. We know that dial telephones are easy to use. However, mistakes in dialing do occur. These mistakes waste a lot of time and can cause someone else to be inconvenienced and probably irritated. I'd like to tell you about a few pointers to be followed in dialing. Always be sure that you have the right number. Consult your directory for it.
Gee, this one is pretty. Oh, wait, this is pretty new. This is pretty new. Because the reason why you have letters on the dial phone, because at one point they didn't have numbers, they used letters instead. Oh, yeah. And then the numbers came along later on. So this is a newer version.
Number you're not sure of.
Look at that rotary phone.
Write the number down.
I swear, that was a phone you could bang on somebody. If somebody got on your nerves, like, oh, yeah, bam, and bang the phone on them. Can't do it on the phones we got now. Can't bang a phone on somebody. But I remember banging it up. When you get mad and you would slam the phone down because you're mad at somebody, yeah, those are the phones you can do that. You can't do it with the ones we have now. I think they have some weight to them. All right, so we'll write down the number. Oh, yeah, that has the letters. The letters are in there. W049970.
It saves time to keep the numbers in front of you while dialing.
That's a number.
Now, let's use this demonstration model to dial our number. Always listen for the dial tone.
We don't do that now.
Now, let's dial the number we looked
Look at the size of the receiver.
Word 49970. Now be sure to dial the first two letters of the central office name, then the 5 numbers. For example, for word 49970, dial. When dialing, notice that I brought my finger around until it firmly touched the finger stop. And now I remove my finger and let the dial go back by itself.
Gen Z's completely lost.
Failure to bring your finger
They were like, what the freak is that?
Stop with each pull of the dial may cause you to reach a wrong number. The same can happen if you force the dial back instead of letting it go back by itself. An important point to remember when dialing is that wherever you have the letter O or the numeral O, as in our example number worth 49970, you will find the letter O next to N on the left side of the dial. The numeral O is always in the same space with the word operator.
That's for operator. Yep.
Soon after you dial the number you want, you will hear the ringing signal.
Yep.
Let the telephone
Plug-in operators.
Getting that from YouTube.
your calling time to answer. If the number dialed is
They still use these
you will
things?
hear the familiar
So-
busy signal.
Before, you didn't have to go through that. If you wanted to call the police, I remember when 911 came out. But you would just
Again a little later. Now, those
call the
numbers
operator, and then from there you would
the
basically
telephone
call
for
in,
the dial tone,
call for the police or an emergency unit.
hear conversation, or the ringing signal. This means that another party on your line is using the telephone.
First phones for the home.
Good afternoon, Kennedy. Getting that from
With a
YouTube.
reasonable length of time before you try again.
We're too technologists way too far up.
Dialing pointers
World's
again.
first mobile
Make
phone.
sure you have the correct number.
Interesting.
If not,
History of the cell phone. How cell phones have been out
write
for
the
now.
number
When was
down.
it? Wait. When did the cell phone first come out? That's interesting.
Number while
When did the cell phone first come out?
Take a note of the
Getting
number
that from
you
YouTube.
call. For this purpose, you get a free personal numbers booklet from your telephone company business office.
Okay, when the first phone call was made, all right, I remember that. I wasn't around the era. I'm talking about basically researching.
If you dial before you
The
hear
brick.
dial tone,
Yes,
make a
the
wrong number or
brick.
no number at all.
1997? Really?
Dial the first two letters of the central office name and the 5 numerals which make up the complete number.
So the brick phone,
W
the bag phone,
O 4
rotary phones in cars.
9
Getting that from YouTube.
9
Okay.
7 0.
All right, change. See what's here.
Make sure
First
your
TV.
finger firmly touches the
Getting that from
stop
YouTube.
with each pull of the dial. If at any time you wish to review dial procedure,
First TV ad.
America runs on Bolivar time.
So that was the first ad for TV. Got to research all that now. First television broadcast by NBC and RCA. 1936. Are you freaking kidding me?
No matter what you choose. No one does fun like Carnival.
Yep, that's the feeling you get when you're paying for 8 different streaming services. This video.
This is what a program looked like when I was going to school, when they had the reel-to-reel on a 35 millimeter and I think it was a 1.1 aspect ratio screen. Yeah, this is what it sounded like, just like this. RCA televisions are some of the group of review the programs on 664 of RCA. And video transmissions atop the Empire State Building. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow, I didn't know that. So they broadcasted the signal at the top of the Empire State Building.
This is station W2XK, experimental transmitter of the National Broadcasting Company. We are operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. General Harvard, I'm sure this occasion must be as gratifying to you as it is to me and to the rest of us. Ever since you joined the Radio Corporation of America.
That's interesting. The future of 2000.
Getting that from YouTube.
Here it is. Kids in 1966 predicting the year 2000. As you watch a lot of the World's, what was it, the World's Fair? The World's Fair talked about a lot of things that they thought was going to happen in the future.
Well, in the year 2000, I think I'll probably be the spaceship to the moon dictating robots to robots. Or else I may be, I don't know, in charge of a robot court, judging some robots. Or I may be at the funeral of a computer. Or if something's gone wrong with their nuclear bombs, I may be sort of coming back from hunting in the cave.
I don't like the idea of sort of getting up and finding you've got a cabbage pill to eat for breakfast or something.
That never happened.
Oh, I think all these atomic bombs will be dropping around the place. And it was
Now he's talking about atomic bombs. We're way behind that, dropping atomic bombs. So now we got rockets can launch from a submarine and take out an entire city easily with no problem. We do have bombers, yeah, that can drop all kinds of basically high-powered bombs. But yeah, we can launch rockets from just about anywhere we want now, which is kind of jacked up, but true. But it's pretty cool.
One will get near the centre because it will sort of make a huge, great big crater, and then all worlds will just melt, and the world will become one vast atomic explosion, and it will become like a supernova, stars.
Our kids got a lot.
We'll get the atomic bomb.
Everybody talked about the atomic bomb.
Blow the world into oblivion. There's nothing we can do to stop it. The more people get bombs, the more. Well, somebody's going to use it one day. Well, I think that it'll be so overpopulated that there will be wars, all nuclear explosions and everything to make the Earth, you know.
People were obsessed with freaking for nuclear bombs. Gee whiz! Everything they said was about nuclear warfare, nuclear warfare, nuclear warfare. Clothing of the 1920s. Yeah, everybody is bent on nuclear war. Future kitchens of the 1930s. This is supposed to be a future kitchen of the 1950s.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser powers through tough messes. Makes it look like I spent hours cleaning. No, I didn't.
And in the kitchen. This is the kitchen of tomorrow, a press button dream coming true for Mrs. Housewife.
Hey, we didn't even have this. This would be nice. I would love to have this.
From refrigerator doors.
Some of this stuff is pretty cool.
For big gals or little gals. Don't have to lean over here, you see.
How come we don't have this now?
Consult the menus on pictures.
Like literally, we don't have any of this.
Hummingbird wings on toast, maybe. And look where the toaster is.
Like, seriously, how come we don't have that?
A wave of the hand and presto, down comes a hidden cabinet with the dishes.
Duh.
Mama will feel like a fairy princess with a magic wand in a place like this. We
Well,
won't be able to get her out of the kitchen, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, the question before the house
Literally, we
is,
can have this technology. We already have this stuff.
and when do we eat?
See, the ideas that they had for the future, for kitchens, we have that technology now. And this time the kitchen was supposed to be made for, and sorry ladies, I have to say this, but it's true in that particular era, that they believed that the woman belonged in the kitchen. That's what they believed in. It's kind of sad, but it's true. Let me see. Oh. Cars of the future.
Getting that from YouTube.
1948 Cars of the Future.
If you happen to see this trim little buggy zoom up and quickly swing into a tight parking spot.
They do have this vehicle. This is the car they show on Mr. Bean, that little car. For some reason he hates this little car. This is a 1948 Cars of the Future. That would be pretty cool. That'd be a nice car to bring out. That is pretty cool. Who's contacting me? Oh. That would be a hot little car to bring out. This is the car they show on Bean.
To see this trim little buggy zoom up and quickly swing into a tight parking spot, you'll be looking at a remarkable new car, the Davis three-wheeler. With four seated comfortably, it takes off. Streamlined as a plane is this unique creation with designer Gary Davis at the wheel. Built in Southern California, it logically incorporates several aircraft principles, such as adaptation of the
Oh, this is the one where the wheel drops down the back and it parks?
A switch on the dashboard operates
I wonder.
built-in hydraulic jacks and makes tire changing an exhilarating experience.
That would have been a good idea for cars now.
The single front wheel explains the car's parking dexterity.
Imagine having a built-in jack in your vehicle.
In the event of a blowout, even at a top speed of 115 miles an hour. There are no fenders. Wraparound steel bumpers protect removable body panels.
Wraparound steel bumpers. That car would slam into any of these plastic cars today. That car would rip you up. Wraparound steel bumpers. Yeah, cars today, we don't even have that. Well, the older cars did, but yeah. What happened?
Chariot can really run you around in circles. What's the trouble, Gary? Uh-oh, a modern Frankenstein. And here's another streamlined marvel on wheels. It only needs a pair of wings to be at home in the sky. Formidable indeed is its nose. With riveted aluminum fuselage, entry hatch, and rugged empennage, it's wasting time on the ground. But being earthbound, the monster is trundled out onto the highway to frighten other motorists. If you're looking for a 1960 model, this may well be it. Somewhat less spectacular is this sporty new creation of Gordon Gehrig of Pennsylvania, designer of the famous Cord. Front fenders of laminated fiberglass.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Look at that.
Body and removable top are of aluminum and plastic. In the cockpit, or rather the driver's compartment, Mr. Gehrig operates the controls, closely resembling those of a plane. Thus, aircraft methods are becoming increasingly popular in automotive science.
That's pretty cool. I like that. That's interesting. We didn't get the flying cars. Like I said, that with drone technology, that ain't too far off. It really isn't too far off on drone technology. Yeah, you can't go anywhere without them talking about the electric cars.
What, in the year 2000?
Oh, they thought in the year 2000 the world was going to end with the nuclear war, with a nuclear bomb. That's what they're talking about, how the world was going to end. Nah, not even close. Not even close. Houses of the future in the 1950s.
A hybrid electric aircraft would be an aircraft that would leverage electric motor or electric propulsion in addition to the traditional
Alexis,
fuel
cancel.
sources that we have today. Just like you would have a hybrid electric car, you could have a hybrid.
Oh, no, we don't want that. We've already seen the nightmare behind those things.
Electric cars are becoming very popular these days.
Hydroelectric airplane? Oh yeah, that's going to go real well. And 30,000 feet up in the air, and it just turns into a brick. That's going to be fantastic.
So they are environmental friendly, especially in cities.
And this is from 2 years ago.
Vehicles powered by fuel cells or electric cars, and fuel cells are getting a lot of attention.
Which finds it interesting now, knowing that we have electric cars now and what they face and what they go through.
Electric cars
when you watch something from 2 years ago that they don't know exactly what happened now with them. Because you can't go anywhere on YouTube without them talking about these cars shutting down in the wintertime. These cars literally want brick. Like I said, I got 3 friends who own them, and yeah, they're bricks.
Up for epic? Go a little further. Go a little harder.
I want to go back when she was talking about the airplanes. So how would that even work? Because the entire system is run off electricity and the system goes down. That means you basically have a flying brick. That's fantastic. And tons of freaking rocket fuel and something like that plummets out of the sky. Yeah, that's fantastic. I want to watch this. This is a long documentary.
Electric cars
I'm
are
definitely
becoming
going to watch
very
this.
popular these days. There are several reasons for a lot of people are continuing showing interest in these vehicles, because they create less pollution than gasoline-powered or petrol cars. So they are environmental friendly, especially in cities. Vehicles powered by fuel cells or electric cars, and fuel cells are getting a lot of attention right now. An electric car is a car powered by an electric motor, rather than a petrol engine. From the looking outside, you would probably have no idea that a car is electric. In most cases, electric cars are made by converting a gasoline-powered.
Yes, you would, because those things don't make any noise. That's why. They're quiet. They don't make any noise at all. You can tell when you see them. They don't make any noise at all. Electric airplanes. Cheap electric power airplanes. Let's see. I guess these are all got guaranteed. Is no one tell? Okay. So I'm curious. Like, are we testing this stuff out when we're putting this stuff on the market? Anybody? Because I ain't too happy about airplanes that run off electric. That freaks me out.
This is the world's first full-sized, all-electric passenger plane. Her name is Alice. Now, she isn't the first attempt at an electric passenger plane. Previous attempts looked like this: a glider or an old seaplane retrofitted with an electric engine. But Alice is different.
The Aviation Alice is a 9-passenger, two-crew, all-electric commuter.
This video was done 3 years ago. So where have they been flying this thing at? To tell you the truth, have they been flying at any really cold climates? You know what I mean? Like Alaska, you know what I mean? Places where you have really, really cold temperatures to see how the batteries would react. Of course, that'd be a bad idea, but still, you would have to find out. Because again, the fact that the Tesla's bricked like that freaks me out. And keep in mind, they were talking about converting this technology into tractor trailers, boats, all kinds of stuff, which run off these electric vehicles. Now, mind you, in the warmer states, yeah, this would thrive quite well. But in areas like where I live at, that would be a problem. Because again, I told you, I have several friends who have these vehicles, and they're sitting in garages. One right now, my friend, he spent 80 grand for his vehicle. He has a BMW, and he is ticked. Like, you get up the next day and you really can't use your vehicle because it's too cold outside. And then you got to go through this freaking procedure to make sure your battery doesn't basically run out on you. Now, I ain't too happy about electric airplanes. That's a bad idea. But now, I'm glad all this happened because it gives people time to think about. At the end of the day, they should really do some more testing, a lot of testing. How does freezing cold weather affect batteries?
Getting that from YouTube.
Alexa, how does freezing cold weather affect batteries?
Getting that from YouTube.
Look, and the minute you say that freezing cold, it just brings up all the Tesla cars basically turned into bricks. How does cold weather affect your car battery? Does cold battery weather your car battery? Especially when you're relying off 100% of your car's power is from electric. That's pretty bad. And yeah, gas cars have problems with batteries too, but not like that. At least you can have the heat on.
Some Tesla drivers learned the hard way about how cold weather impacts their battery life. This was the scene this morning at a charging station near 95th and Western in Evergreen Park. Drivers say some of the stations weren't working, and those that were taking a lot longer to charge.
I've been here for over 5 hours at this point, and I'm still have not got charged my car. Charge it should take 45 minutes. It's taken 2 hours.
That driver says he saw at least 10 cars towed. Tesla advises owners to keep the charge level above 20% during bitter cold weather.
EV cars. Problem with cold.
And the winter freeze causing headaches for Tesla drivers. Some worried their batteries will run out before they can charge them because of long lines.
WGN's Dana Rebeck gets some expert advice to keep things running smoothly.
Everyone with Medicare and Medicaid, pay attention to this message.
Are you tired of the increased cost of living? Are you uncomfortable with
Electric vehicle owners are struggling with their cars as bitter cold weather grips parts of the U.S. Many are learning that their EV batteries can't really handle these sub-zero temperatures too well. Drivers also said that some Tesla charging stations either weren't working or taking longer than usual to charge their vehicles. Joining us now is Jack Brower. He's the director of the Clean
You know, it's
Energy
interesting about I'm
Institute
sitting there watching TV off my
and
desk.
Aerospace Engineering at the University of California.
I love this technology, I swear.
Jacob, anybody who has tried to make a phone call on a cell phone in cold weather knows that cold is the enemy of batteries. So we should expect electric vehicles are also subject to the same problem. So what do electric vehicle owners need to know?
Well, electric vehicles will use more electricity for providing the heat for comfort of the occupants, but also battery, electrochemistry, chemistry, and physics all go slower when the temperatures go low, and it's exponentially dependent upon temperature. So if temperatures drop 10 degrees, the processes have to decrease by almost 100-fold. So you cannot charge as fast, you cannot discharge as fast when the temperatures go low.
Jack, does the cold weather in any way damage an EV's battery, or is this just a temporary condition?
It's a temporary condition, and as a matter of fact, most electric vehicles are already built with the understanding that when it gets cold, you can't charge or discharge as fast. As a matter of fact, when you start a Tesla in the morning when it is cold, you will notice that it doesn't have as much regenerative braking or as much power that it delivers during acceleration. So
wait a minute. If it was already in the manual and they already knew that the car was going to have a difficult time, basically being able to, it's going to shut down in the snow, why did people buy them? Because most people, like, they were shocked. Like, they were shocked that it even happened. All right, whatever.
The manufacturers already know that you must slow down the process of charging and discharging, and so it's done safely and doesn't damage the battery.
And from what you're saying, it sounds like it's the same thing with electric charging stations. Is there a difference between electric charging stations that are out in public versus one that's potentially in a warm garage?
Yes, if your car's in a warmed garage and the charger is inside the garage and it's warm enough, it will charge just like it is on a warm day.
So ultimately, what needs to be done to prevent battery problems in cold weather? How much should...
Yeah, but that's the case. If you charge it at home and you take it to work, you're not going to have it in a heated garage. You're going to be outside. Your battery's still going to get zapped by the cold, so that's still going to take it out. Because if that was the case, then the charging stations wouldn't have any problems at all, period. You would be able to charge. But the fact that they're malfunctioning or having problems charging because they're out in the open, that means your car is going to suffer the same fate. You can come out to work and have a dead battery waiting for you. Wow.
Good EV owners give in terms of a cushion for that mileage predictor if you're driving around in 0 or sub-zero temperatures?
Yeah, there's almost no way to overcome these physical, chemical, and electrochemical limitations, and so order of magnitude, half as much distance may be expected when it's really super cold.
So if it says you have 30 miles left, assume that you have 15 and start charging right away.
Yeah, right. If you can get to, that doesn't make a difference if you can charge, because you can't get to a station. Even if you do get to a station is going to have you there for hours and hours and hours. Guys sat there and say was there for 5 hours trying to get the battery charged and ran out of juice and line waiting. Then it takes an additional 2 hours because the station is damaged from the cold. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to work out. That's going to definitely work out right there. Unbelievable. That's damage control right there. Ford is pulling cancel. Ford is canceling the EV car productions.
Getting that from YouTube.
No, Alexis is getting insane. It's two different things. Alexis, Ford is canceling the EV program.
Getting that from YouTube.
Jeez, $3 billion? You gotta be kidding me. I'm so glad I invest money in Tesla stock. I'm so glad I didn't. I put my money on the video. I'm so glad I didn't do it. I do know for a fact that basically they're going to stop production line on the EV car. Of course, because who's going to buy it? Who's literally going to buy one? You know, if you live in the warmer states, oh yeah, heck yeah, I can see about that. But if you live in the colder states, the states where temperature changes, mind, we're not in the middle of Alaska, but we reach temperatures of 9 Celsius, so we can drop down here easily. And we're closer to the mountains over here, so your car don't run, it don't run. And then you're talking about once the electrical system goes, I mean, in a car, gas car, even if your battery goes, you can still heat the car. This one you can't. That's very dangerous. I don't know about that, boy. You got the lightning truck. Where's the warrants EV charges? Yeah, right. Let me see. Now, for some reason, are you hating on? You're not hating on Elon Musk. No. I think he just should have tested that vehicle a little better than that. I really do. Something's wrong there. How in the world you don't test a vehicle and it bricks? And I'm not talking about one. I'm talking about all of them bricked. And not the ones in the warmer states, the ones in the colder states. Now, you can see if you had 1 or 2 problems here and there, but you're talking about mass graveyards of brick Teslas. That's not good. So if they had a problem selling this car, they got an even bigger problem now. Tesla stock.
Getting that from YouTube.
What does Philly get from 76th place in Market East? Over 12,000 construction jobs.
Tesla shares under pressure after the EV company narrowly missed earnings estimates and warned that its expansion will be notably lower this year. Phil LeBeau joins us right now with more. And Phil, those words, notably lower, were their words, and I think that's part of the concern.
Yeah, that's the concern, Becky. Also, most people expected, I shouldn't say everybody, but most people expected Tesla to give us some kind of a number in terms of deliveries for 2024. Instead, you got notably lower growth in 24 than in 23. So let's talk about the numbers first, and then let's talk about the outlook. They did miss on the top and the bottom line, but the gross auto margins, excluding the zero-emission vehicle credits, they came in better than expected. 17.1%. The street was expecting 15.7%. But there's the key right there. 2024 deliveries, the company says they will be notably lower. Slower growth in 24 than in 23 in terms of how much deliveries grow annually. When you look at their annual deliveries, they hit 1.8 million last year. They were up 24% in 23. Go back to 22, they were up 40%. Now you're not sure how much they're going to grow in 2024. Here's Elon Musk on the conference call talking about why the slowdown is happening.
I just thought about something. So wait. The Tesla Powerwalls, those units are outside. They're not inside. Wait a minute. The remote control in my hand. Tesla Powerwall.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah. Are these okay? No. You can have them inside and outside, depending on where you put them at. Okay, I can see that right there. Nah, that's too much money for much more. I'd rather do the EcoFlow system, but the batteries will be inside anyway. I wouldn't put these things outside, to tell you the truth, honestly. Yeah, in the garage would be a nice place to put them. And this was a very good idea too. He had these shingles that you could actually attach to the house, and the shingles basically operated as a solar as collecting energy from the sun. The power wall. Yep. All right. Let me see. I finished this already. This is already done. So all the updates on this one. So I got to log out of this one on the page here. Which one am I in? I think I'm in this one. Okay, this is not it. Good. Here's the other one. Where's the other side at? Because I need to be to log out of this one. Just something to log out of. Or is it? Hold on a minute. No, we don't want to switch. We need to log out of the site. That's what I need to do. So I need to go back to the original login page. It should have been here. Okay, this is the original login page. Alright. I'm at the desktop already. I need to go back to the login page. I'm on the site already. Ugh. Did that page not come up? What page is this? Okay, this is the login page. Okay, cool. The login page. I wonder what page is that. Here we go. Log out of that one. Go back into the other one. Fix that one. MMD dancing, black background.
Getting that from YouTube.
Cars lie to us. Motorcycles tell us the truth.
Tabletop racing, video game.
Getting that from YouTube.
On paper, the original tabletop racing was incredible. It was a speedy little racing game with a fun conceit that had us controlling toy cars in a world made up of everyday household objects. It was also developed by a lot of the same people who...
Where did that come out? That was pretty cool. I like racing games. Bird's Eye View, tabletop games. Alexis, Bird's Eye View, tabletop games. And she literally bounced me out completely out of it. YouTube.
Sure. Here's YouTube.
Oh, hold on a minute. Alexis, what's the deepest part of the ocean?
The deepest part of the ocean is called the Challenger Deep and is located beneath the western Pacific Ocean in the southern end of the Mariana Trench. The Challenger Deep is approximately 36,200 feet deep.
So we can ask Alexis questions right here in the menu. Alexis, can you sing me a song?
If you ask, will you marry me? I might say this to you. I'm waiting till Mars is colonized, then I might say I do.
Alexis, tell me a joke.
How many soccer players does it take to change a light bulb? I'm not sure, but it would be a lot less if they could use their hands.
Stupid. Oh goodness, I gotta use that one on my friend. She tells me the craziest dad jokes ever. Okay, I can get back with it today. Yeah, she tells me some of the funniest dad jokes ever. I'm gonna use the freaking Lexus dad jokes to compete with her. She has some pretty good ones. That's a good one. That's a pretty good one. Alexis, do sea monsters exist? No, I didn't say pull it up. I want to know if sea monsters exist. Go back to my menu here. Alexis, what is the Leviathan?
Leviathan is a sea serpent noted in theology and mythology. It is referenced in several books of the Hebrew Bible, including Psalms, the Book of Job, the Book of Isaiah, the Book of Amos, and, according to some translations, in the Book of Jonah. It is also mentioned in the Book of Enoch. The Leviathan is often an embodiment of chaos and threatening to eat the damned after life.
Let's see. I wonder if she knows this. I'm curious. Alexis, what is an infinity one contrast? But she don't know.
From thesaurus.net. In contrast, infinity refers to boundlessness, or the absence of any limit or boundary. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it does. She definitely got it. Let me see. Alexis, is there any light in a black hole?
Yes, a black hole can have light, but it is not possible to observe or measure it directly because light is unable to escape from a black hole's strong gravitational pull. The light is absorbed by the black hole, but we can observe its effects on surrounding objects.
Alexis, are you AI intelligence? Alexis, are you AI intelligence? Oh, nothing. Alexis, what is AI? Can't react. Certain things they can't react to. Alexis, what is AI technology? Alexis, what is LI? Oh, I didn't break her. Alexis, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's try something different. She want to announce that she's not. Let's see if she can announce if she is artificial intelligence. Alexis, are you artificial intelligence? Alexis, are you human?
I don't know that.
See, they're listening. Definitely listening to you. But she would not admit if she's AI intelligent, or you reverse it by saying IA intelligent, she won't basically acknowledge it at all, period. But she is basically AI intelligence. That's why you go to your friend's house and put that binary code in and boom. Let me see. YouTube.
Okay, here's YouTube.
Alexis, binary code.
Getting that from YouTube.
These are binary codes. How to wake your machinery up. How to make it aware. How to make it woke. If you actually want to go do that nonsense, and then you'll find out. But yeah, binary code. No, we're not going to repeat any of this. She'll be going haywire, and I need it for work. I did that to my sister's, her system. Hold on a minute. OLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
I did that to my sister's Amazon TV or whatever she had. She had something in there. It was something she had in my TV, whatever it was. But yeah, I did it to her system and it locked her system up pretty bad. Like it wasn't responding back to anything at all, period. All right, where is the Black Series edition? All right. Snowflakes, 4K screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Bugs. Give me the scaly, the squishy, the beadier the eyes.
Oh, I like this one. This would be fantastic with ad tech. I have to do a 4x4 ad tech screen to show a demonstration on. And the people, like I said, are going to be involved with it. They wanted to see it right away. We're going to have to sign NDAs. But they'll be the first one to have one on display. What we have here. Ooh. All right, that's already finished and done. LG food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's do.
Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
Bis squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. I'm impressed Tyler knew what squaring was.
Math nuggets?
No matter what you call it, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3.
we go. Like I said, virtually impossible for any, and I mean any gray screen, including certified, whatever you can name it, they can't turn that screen black. That's impossible. Ain't gonna happen. And again, as I said before, for anybody who sits there and makes that statement, well, that's not my product right there. I bet you $100 that stuff will match your stuff at the end of the day. But I guarantee you one thing, you won't do that demonstration. Because if you do, and I told you, if you match that stuff sitting over there, your product drops under $4.97. That's what happens. That's why they won't go near it. Ours would cost us $4.47, a little bit cheaper. We were able to beat the screen, beat the paint with no problem. But them trying it? No, they're not going to go near that. They wouldn't even attempt it. So if we tell you this is your product, that's your product right there. The only way you can tell it's not your product, you're going to have to do that demonstration, the test. That's too high of a risk. Some people have already failed already. The rest of them, they don't want to go near it. So that makes it even worse because then the customer questions that. Because now you're going to push the customer to buy the cheaper paint, because if you won't do the test, then why would I give you the money to begin with? That's why. And that background is black. This is an OLED demonstration. So that background should be coming up black. Colors are washed out. That's supposed to be bright yellow. You're washing out. Gray screens don't work. This do not work at all, period. Samsung contrast demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Lumens can't read it. It only reads on the black technology. The white's even worse. I got a nice little demonstration I'm going to do my 50 lumen 720. Well, I don't know if it's 720p. I got to look up what is that actually my projector ranges in. It reads 720p when it hooks up to the Fire Stick. Let's see what we got here. So we have Our resolution. 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 Let's see. 854. 4 times 480. It reads 720p. So this is 720p. I don't know why people bother putting the 1080p. It's not 1080p. No. It's 720p. It's missing way too many pixels for that. 600 by 800. It's a little shy under the SVGA. The SVGA is 600 by 800. 600 by 800. 600 by 800. It's 854 by 480. That's not 4K. Stop it. That's not 4K. It's within the 720p. You got 480, then you got 480, and then you got 576, 720p. It's a little under that. 1280 by 720. 1280 by 720 is what? WXGA? One's XGA, one's SVGA, then WXGA. Yeah. All right, I'm not gonna bore you with basically my brain over here, basically trying to look at this stuff at the end of the day. But yeah, that's our projector desk right there. I mean, what more demonstration could I do on a projector desk? I mean, basically watch TV off of it, whatever, sports. It's a projector desk. That's why we use our technology on it, because again, you know, if I did it with a gray screen paint, that wouldn't have worked, and a white screen definitely wouldn't have worked. So best technology we have for it is black. Football highlights.
Getting that from YouTube. Where'd you want to serve?
Oh, I didn't serve, but if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served in the military, you can join USAA.
Yeah, my grandpa did, so I'm already in, but I was talking about your serve.
Oh.
USAA for the military community.
Whoa, the new iPhone 15. With that amazing camera, I'll be sharing pics from the smoke. You do not want to see yourself ski.
You look like a marshmallow.
Join now. Only T-Mobile will give you 4 new iPhone 15s on us and 4 lines of unlimited for $25 a line.
Football there, and there's contact that I don't think it's a foul. I think it's a good job.
Here's third down. And Allen goes back across the field to Johnson on the lateral. He gets within about a yard of the first. To throw a flag.
That's how crazy the angle gain is on the screen.
And has the first down. And fellas, I think you're absolutely right. That did look on that replay like it went forward by about.
That's how crazy the angle gain is. I can actually see it. If I sit back, I can see it from way back here. All right, people, I gotta go. I gotta shoot one more video for a demonstration about gray screens again, because again, I can't express this enough. Every time I go to these forum sites, that gray screens don't work. So I'll be back in about a couple minutes. All right, gotta go, and God bless.